Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us once more on In Your Fields with the Young. Thank you so much. And before we continue, please let me remind you, press that subscribe button and share this link with friends and family. And you're gonna be blessed by this beautiful show that we're having this morning. We've got an exceptional show. I can't wait to introduce the guest for you this morning, but Jay has joined me once more. My co-host.
Yep, it's a beautiful,
Jay
beautiful.
Paris.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful, beautiful Friday morning up in the house. Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins, and bless up
to
the
the
world.
Yeah, I got it right, Jay.
You got it right.
right.
You got
Yes.
it right. It's always an honor and a privilege in your fields with the young. You know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is. Jay, where have you been?
I've been around. We both haven't been here for a while, but we back and better than ever, and we good to go.
Yeah, we're good to go, man. We've got an exceptional guest in the studio with us this morning. She's all the way, I said she, all the way from Cape Town, the beautiful, gorgeous Cassidy Williams. Give it up for her.
Hey everyone,
Yeah. Cass, it's so good to see you, man. It's so good. It's an honor for us to have you in the
It's an
studio.
honor to be here. Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us all the way from Stellenbosch, Cape Town, South Africa. Man, it's so good to have you.
Proud.
So you
Proudly
came up
South
all the way just for this interview.
Just for you guys, eh?
Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. The show's going. It's going places.
Come
We
on.
in Cape Town, Jay.
Come on.
Yes, it is. Cass, thank you so much. Cassidy is a professional golfer. She's playing on the Sunshine Tour, the Ladies Sunshine
go.
Tour. And she's a lady playing golf. That's why I'm so excited, Jay.
Facts.
I'm so excited. I'm just saying that for my wife. I'm so excited that a lady is playing golf.
Come on.
Just to let her know.
Just to let her know, you know.
There's a gap there.
There's a gap. There's a gap. Yeah, Cass, thank you so much. Where do you come from? What's happening? You from a small town called
Jamestown.
Jamestown?
Yeah, in Stellenbosch.
In Stellenbosch. The
Beautiful place.
Oh,
Sunny,
man.
hey? No place like it.
No place like
No.
it for holidays.
For living.
For loving. You know what? Some of us love the rush and the
Oh,
busyness.
I can't.
City life.
And so for the city life, that's me, Jay. I love
Busy.
people, man. I love busyness. But then you just want to relax. And that place, man.
It's views on views. You don't get old
Look,
of it. Like
I'm not going to argue with you. The views are just exceptional. You know what I'm saying? Jay, you should try it.
you really should.
You
Nah,
should.
I actually am from Cape Town as well.
Oh, yes.
Come on.
Oh my God. I did not know that.
You should try it.
This guy's from Cape Town.
Come
Jay, you know
on.
what?
I
You look like a joster now, eh?
Nah, I think
You've been too long here.
I was born there, but yeah, I'm from Joburg.
You're from Joe.
Yeah, but
Okay, but where were you born though?
I was born
Cape
in Mitchell's Plain.
Okay, but see, that's not views.
Yeah,
No, I was born-
That's not
Mitchell's
views, but,
Plain isn't-
but it's
I was-
Cape Town.
Yeah,
Cape Town.
You've got
Born
the
there.
mountainside there.
So
that side.
Mitchell's Plain goes to Stellenbosch for the views.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For the vibes.
for the vibes.
Mm.
But I'm from Cape Town. Yeah.
There we go. Proud.
I haven't been there in a minute though, but that's my hometown. I love it there.
Okay, cool. Jay, we've got a segment that we start with.
So
It's
yeah,
called
we're gonna start with the warm up,
Yes.
warm up segment, and we basically want to know prior to getting onto the field. You were saying offset. We call it the
Teeing up. Before teeing up.
Before teeing
Yeah.
up. Before teeing up. What are the routines that you might have in place before teeing up? Maybe warm ups. You know, what do you eat? Do you
Yeah.
stretch and so
Yeah.
forth on?
I think everybody has different type of routines, different types of warm-ups. It depends on what type of player you are, the type of attitude you have towards your game. Are you the more laid-back type? Are you the more intense type? For me, I find myself still figuring out where I'm at, if I'm more
Okay.
intense, if I'm more laid-back. For me, my warm-up would probably be just to stretch, to go hit a couple of balls out on the driving range. You don't want to think about anything too technical, nothing
Okay.
too technical about your swing. That's the last thing you want to be focusing on. It's basically just getting that muscle memory in, making sure that you're doing exactly what you've been working on the past couple of weeks, just to remind your body of this is what we've been working on, this is what we're
Okay.
going to be doing. Just getting that body liquor warmed up and ready to go.
For the round.
Yeah, and then other things also be the music I listen to depends as well. So I'll My
What
stuff
that
is all
artist?
chilled.
What?
Peter Collins,
Peter
guys,
Collins.
you
Hey,
must
chill,
really.
chill stuff.
Peter
Okay.
Collins counts, so it's like it's a song that just it's like almost like a breathing exercise
Right.
song, but it's a vibe. It really
Okay.
is a vibe. And then we have to pull through with the gospel. There's no way we can't pull through with the gospel. I mean, I'm here to shine Jesus' light.
Yeah,
so
come
Come
on,
on.
come
I
on,
have
come
to
on,
get
come
that.
on.
I have to get that going. So depending on my mood, we'll go praise and then get in that vibe, or we'll also go a bit more relaxed. Lord, let Your will be done today.
Right.
As my
So what
swing is in
artist?
there.
What artist? Gospel
Listen
vibes.
here, woo! I've got so many. I'm that
Okay,
type.
what's your favorite artist at this moment?
At this moment,
Yeah, gospel.
guys, I'm back to Fred Hammond.
Ah.
I am your old school
Dankie,
Fred
man.
Hammond, Israel.
Dankie.
There's just something about Fred and his voice. So his whole album I'll play. There's so many though.
No guess. I'll go.
There's so many.
I'll go watch you play golf just for the music.
There we go.
Just for the
Yes,
music.
Thank
just
you.
for the music.
Supported.
Thank you. Man. Thank you. Jay.
Nothing you eat before or even during, because I know sometimes, teeing up, am I saying it correct?
Yes, there
Yes,
we
yes,
go.
yes, yes.
Come
You're
on.
getting into it. You're getting
It's
into
about
it.
4 hours or so.
Yeah,
It
4.5
differs, though.
hours.
The game.
The
Yeah.
game is about
Yeah.
4 hours. So probably snacks as well.
Yeah,
within-
no, definitely. So, like I said, it all depends. Everybody differs. For me, I need to have a breakfast before the round. Obviously, nothing too heavy. You don't want to be going there crawling out on the course. So, I enjoy a good breakfast. Your little eggs and bacon or scrambled eggs on toast. Snacks is also very light. You don't want to have anything too heavy as well. So, it'd be like those trail mixes, nuts, bietjie biltong,
Right.
energy, water. But everybody's body differs. Like I've seen a
Yes.
lot of people drink cool drink out on the course or eat whatever, but it all depends on what you feel is good for you. You don't want to have anything like a lot of sugars that brings your energy up on a high and then drops it so quickly. So you want to
Okay.
keep something that keeps that
It's
endurance,
consistent.
that keeps
Okay.
it right throughout, so that you have that energy up until the last
Is it
hole.
4 hours straight?
4.5 hours straight, bro.
No breaks or.
Yeah, bro.
What if you
There's no
gotta go?
halftime. There's no halftime.
No,
Jay.
there is a halftime. There's like a quick after 9 holes. So after the 2
Is this
hours.
on tour?
Yes, of
Okay,
course you need to
okay,
at least
Okay.
just take a quick, like either a quick break, quick bathroom break, or just quickly go buy your water, something like that.
Okay.
But it's not, you don't sit down and chill go a bitchy for
Okay.
15 minutes and go out. It's just a quick grab and go, quick go to the bathroom and then you're back out. And this is tour, like our amateur years, we used to play 36 holes a day. So that would be up to almost 9 hours of golf a day. Bro.
That's no.
That's the other level, hey? Don't come with me with rugby and Sablief and this 40-minute quickies.
Okay. Okay. Dissing the other sports.
I'm joking.
It's cool. It's cool.
Okay. Let's start from a point, right? Because we've got a lot to discuss, right? Because golf is a technical sport. So Cass, where did it start? Like your infant years. Where did this interest of golf come from?
It all came from my dad, honestly. I was introduced from the sport through my dad. My
Yeah.
dad is literally a golf fanatic. I
Right.
mean, that man watches golf, plays golf. There is probably not a second that doesn't go by where he's not holding a club, imagining a club, swinging, trying
Wow.
to figure out swings. So just growing up with that, seeing him out in the backyard. And then my cousin's also a professional golfer that plays out on the tour. So we were
Okay.
always together as
Okay.
well. So yeah, I feel like I just developed my love for golf through them.
Okay, so do you have any siblings?
I do. I have 2 younger sisters.
Okay.
Just girls.
Okay. So 2 youngest. So you're the eldest.
Yes, I am.
Are they taking on to golf as well? Or
Absolutely not.
Not.
No.
Okay.
The middle one is more musically inclined.
Right.
All of those things. The baby was a sukkel a bietjie daar, but we're
Okay.
getting there. Yeah,
Okay.
she's into a whole lot of different things, but she's doing soccer now.
That's good. That's good. You need a balance also in the
Yeah.
family.
No,
can't just be
definitely.
golf. The
Why
father,
not?
the daughter, the everyone. Is just you need a balance there. Okay, so that's where you started out.
Yeah.
And then during your school career, did you join a club? How did you get now involved in the golf?
Okay, so I started playing golf at about the age of 9.
Okay.
About the age of 9, and then I think it was probably grade 3, grade 4 that time.
Okay.
So there was nothing in, because golf wasn't popular in schools, so that
Right.
everything had to happen out on the course. So I was with a coach based at my home course now for a couple of months and started the game, got used to just technically how the swing works and all of those things.
Right.
And then I was in a school in Somerset that time. And then heard about a development board that they were busy running at this course in Somerset where
Okay.
a whole lot of juniors can just come and play. So I ended up joining there. Then became a part of the South African Golf Development Board, the SAGDB, which is a development board that reaches out to people from not the poorer areas, but
Previously disadvantaged
yeah, there we go.
areas?
Previously
Okay.
disadvantaged. So they
Okay.
identify areas within the whole of South Africa, actually,
Right.
and then there's an organization that reaches out and then has programs, golf programs for kids like me. So obviously Jamestown was considered an area like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So as part of the development board, and then through that got
At
scouted.
what age was that?
That was about 10, 11.
Okay. Okay.
And then played with the development board, been on the development board my whole junior career time, and then through that Western Province and Boland had scouted me that time. But because I was from Stellenbosch,
Okay.
Thomas Winelands, that's
Yes,
the Boland
yes, yes,
area.
that's the
So then
Boland.
I joined
Okay.
the Boland, yeah.
Okay. So tell me, Cass, with that, how did this now work with your school program? Because obviously golf was not really in school.
Yeah.
And now you've got this a foundation
Yeah.
basically that wants to see you aspire to greater heights and
Yeah.
so forth. So the time management between your school work
And all of those things.
and all, yeah,
If I must be really honest,
right.
I was a very, I was a very lazy child. So I was not as disciplined as I am now.
If
so it
truth
was
be
quite,
told.
yo,
Truth be
really,
told.
guys, I cannot lie. So what was nice is obviously because I have a coach and because there are programs, it's
Okay.
like 3 o'clock after school we're going to go play 9 holes, or 3 o'clock we have a lesson. So it's like you're basically forced to go and practice, but doing it out of your own was always the most difficult thing.
Okay.
Like saying like, listen, I wasn't that kid that was like, Dad, I want to go to the course now. Like,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
tired after
Right,
school, bruh.
right,
Like,
yeah,
I want to
right.
go sleep.
Yes.
And the thing is, especially like with me, I didn't have like a friend to join every day after school and be like, let's go to the golf
Because
course.
not everybody's playing golf. Let's be honest.
Absolutely not,
Okay,
especially
okay.
girls. So for me,
Yeah.
it was always I had to do it on my own.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So being out in the driving range, and that time you're like only 13, 14. It's not now where you're on that buzz where you can create a buzz for yourself and be
Yes.
like, okay, I'm going to drive myself to the course,
Yes.
put my AirPods on, make it a whole vibe. Where
Okay.
Now, but when you're 13, then
Facts.
you're like, why am I here, bruh? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. That was my mindset. So it was. I really had to. I grew throughout the years, but for me, being in a program and being part of that development board, it helped me to be like, okay, listen.
So that's where the discipline came
Yeah.
in.
You know,
Okay.
no, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your high school career, juggling between
That as
the
well.
studies as well as the
I mean, I feel like it was all. You just have to schedule everything. Like
Okay.
you don't with regards to golf. It's not you don't need to be 5 hours out on the course if you have to be. It's like just prioritizing an hour, because for us for me it was more quality over quantity. So instead of say now for example, hitting 5 buckets of balls, just going at it, I'll rather break it down and be like 2 buckets of balls, but I'm more intentional about the 2 buckets of balls.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Okay.
I know I've gotten in everything that I need to. I also was a bit too lazy in high school.
High school as well.
Yeah, I think everything happened after school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cass, tell me, at which point did you decide I want to do this for a living? Just at which point?
I feel like there hasn't been one specific point. I feel like
Okay.
there's been quite a amount of times where it's been a back and forth.
Okay.
when I was younger, that was all I wanted to do. I'm going to be a golfer. I didn't take any other sports because I was too scared. I injure myself playing like hockey or something, and I don't do golf. So everything, even the subject choices I had in high school were all based around me being a golfer. And especially when you're in school, you're living the dream. So you're not really like living the dream, like you just have the dream in mind, but you don't see all the realistic aspects around it. I think you know,
and all that.
My family and having to provide for this person and that person. In school, that wasn't really the mindset. When after school, I think it was more juggling of up and down, because it was like, that is the dream. But then moments will come where it's like, realistically, thank you, so there's no going to win, or listen, your girl, is this, are you still going to keep pushing?
What are you going
Nothing
to do?
is showing, like you can't, statistically, you're not doing well, all of those things. So there were moments where it was like, I'm going to do it, but I have to make myself open to other opportunities, because...
So is there a career, though, here in South Africa?
There's the golfer, bro.
In golf, based on what you're saying. So for
female golfers, it is quite difficult. I know they're doing their best right now. So for us, with regards to the Sunshine Tour for professional female golfers, we only have about 6-7 events a year, which is only the first 3 months of the year. So the rest of the year, there is no tournaments. That's how it used to be. There's no tournaments. So for the men's for the Sunshine Tour, they have tournaments right throughout the whole year. Yes. We only have the first 3 months. So basically what happens is, if you're fortunate enough, you'll go overseas and carry on with the rest of the year and play on the tour overseas. What I do know the other girls would do is they would then do coaching for the rest of the year to make money, because... So it's either they'll go work, or if you're also fortunate enough to have sponsorships that pay you every month a salary in, that helps you as well, so that you can focus on your career specifically and alone. So it is difficult, but a lot of people do strive to do it overseas, because then it's a more continual thing. But what's helping now is we have these Standard Bank events, which is a program. It started this year, and that's actually why I'm also up in Joburg, because I'm playing a few of these events. So they have one event a month now where we get to play. Wow. So we get at least, you know what I mean? And everybody gets a cut from the prize money, so you don't leave without money. It's very nice. It's a nice opportunity. It's helping to grow the game. And I think this is also something that limited a lot of girls from pursuing golf. It's the fact that I can't make a living out of the sport right now, realistically, because what must I do for the rest of the year? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
we're getting there.
Tertiary-wise, you studied at university, or you did a diploma?
I did a diploma through an academy.
To an academy, Yeah. Tell us about that program.
Yeah, so basically my first year after high school, because I matriculated when I was 17, so I had a year to just do, do the things. So I did a year of just playing golf, literally, that was all I did, didn't make money, nothing. And then the start of the next year after that, my mom was like, you need to study. And then my dad's like, nee, man, vat net nog 'n jaar. So now I'm like, Mommy, Daddy, what am I supposed to do here? I want to obviously. And then there was this academy called the Swing Fit Academy that offered the program to do your diploma. So it's a diploma in club management, but they also basically balance out a schedule to have your golf in it as well. So your golf and your studies will all put in one program together. So you would have say for example 3 classes on a Monday, you'll play on a Tuesday, you'll gym on a Wednesday, then have classes again. So they used to balance your golf and your studies as well. So that was a nice program that we were able to do. So I did that through the Swing Fit Academy for 3 years.
Wow. So it's quite a long program.
Yeah. So then you do, that's a diploma, and then you do your apprenticeship afterwards, and I'm busy with my apprenticeship now.
Okay, so what does that entail? To coach?
Yeah, so basically it's hours. You need to do practical hours. So you need to do 1,000 practical hours, basically. It can be anything within the industry. I am not a fan of coaching. I don't like the pressure of having somebody swing in my hands. It's just, I don't know how people do it. So I don't like that pressure. I am more towards the media side of things. So I'm
Administration side
yeah,
of stuff.
not so
Not
much.
even. Okay.
I'm going to start doing that as well. Yeah, admin. But I used to do the marketing for a golf academy, so I got
Okay.
hours through that, and I'm doing that now as well. So I also start of the year as well would coach a few kids. That's nice. That's fine. I can do
Okay.
kids because kids don't really know.
Yes,
You
yes,
know what I
yes.
mean? With old, it's like, are you sure?
Yeah,
And I'm
this is
like,
my-
I don't know, hey. So rather with kids, ek sal liewer vir die laities vat. Yeah, they just there for the fun. So then that was also, so I coached and then doing marketing for golf academies and for players. I get hours through that as well. So that's what I'm busy doing now.
Awesome, awesome. So talking about marketing, Jay, any questions in terms of from a lay person's perspective on golf? Say Jay wants to play.
Yeah, I think what's the startup point?
Yeah,
Getting-
look, for me now, golf is like a classy thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
not everybody does it, but now it's like the in thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with the millennials coming up,
Exactly,
they want to
exactly.
get involved in that because of the private sector. If you're playing golf, you're meeting with clients and so
That's
forth
nice.
and so forth.
That's
Right.
nice.
So, as a normal person, how do you start playing golf?
I think
And is it expensive?
Yeah.
You see, I think the first thing before going into it is just changing your whole mindset towards what you think golf is.
Okay.
It is difficult. Yes, it is difficult. Yes, it is technical. Yes, it requires so many things. But that is for people that are really must now taking it seriously.
Yeah, as
where
a
you need to
profession.
be now in
Yeah.
depth, this breakdown of all of those things. If you're doing it for fun, then that's the approach you need to have when going
Yeah.
into it.
Yes.
So I think for a normal beginner, it's like you don't need to go out onto a golf course. You don't need to now do all of these things. It's just going to a driving range, going with somebody that obviously also knows, because you can't go stand there and just be like, so what do I do
Yeah.
now? You need to at least be with somebody that knows something about golf. That
Guess
knows
that's
the-
always my question, right? Is it better when you're starting out golf? Is it better to go at least with a coach, at least for five?
Yeah, to get the
five-
fundamentals.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I think it's also best to rather have a coach than to have somebody that plays golf, because you get people that I know it's
I
okay.
learned
You get people
the hard way.
that that's very they're
Yes.
intense.
Yes.
They're very intense. So with the coach, they know the fundamentals, the breakdown
Okay.
for beginners.
know
This
where
is
you're at and so
yeah,
forth
they
on.
know your body, because a lot of people coach based off the typical golf swing, but it's not
Yes.
always the typical golf swing. It's all dependent on how your body is. Like all
Yes.
of those things. There's so
Yes.
many aspects that you need to take into consideration as a beginner as well. Like not everybody has the perfect structured golf swing. So for me, I would suggest that you do take a coach for just like 5 lessons, or they have beginner
Yes.
packages based,
Yes.
and they literally at any driving range, at any golf course. There's not a place where you won't find a coach, which is nice. The only downside to it is it can be expensive depending on where you go. Do you know what I mean? So if you do go to a Larida golf course, take something.
Yeah.
Not
I
gonna
hear
pay
you.
cheapies for those lessons. It's gonna be
And then the instruments you use, the
Yeah, the
clubs you
clubs.
use, how do you navigate around that?
So,
Guess what advice would you
for
give?
beginners.
Yeah.
There's usually clubs based at the driving ranges or at the golf courses.
Right.
If you're with a coach, then the coach has backup clubs.
Okay.
So there are clubs.
Okay.
You don't need to now
Okay.
go buy clubs
Right.
and then come and then see a coach. You
Okay.
just go there and be like, hi, I really want to start golf. Tell
Yeah.
the coach. The coach will go get clubs, because they always have backup clubs, and they'll get clubs. You practice with that. Then the conversation is basically between you and your coach from there.
Right.
He helps you. He directs you as to, okay, what is your goal? That is usually what we find out first, and that's what I study, is what we find out first. What is your goal around this whole thing? Are you
Yes.
doing it for fun? Is there a goal towards, do you want to go further? Do you want to be able to play 18 holes, or do you want to do this so that you can start networking with clients?
Right.
What is the whole goal towards playing golf? And then from there, they direct you in the sense of, okay, if you really want to take this seriously, this is the type of clubs that I suggest that you go buy. Or if you're not, if it's going to be something, then go look on Facebook Marketplace for 3 clubs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so that if you feel like I just need to get out, go onto the range, don't want to be surrounded by people and just go smash balls, then that's it. You know what I mean? So I feel like a coach directs you rather more than
Will he
somebody
direct you
telling you.
in this way also that, look, there's so many clubs out there.
Mm.
Guess, you get confused. Right?
Yeah.
So would you say it's best for you to go with a coach like maybe to what's
To,
it called, the pro shop or wherever, just so that they can see what clubs basically will suit you in
I
terms.
see what you mean.
Is that important?
Yeah, so basically, it also depends as well. It depends on what you can afford to and
Yeah,
those
you see,
things.
that's
You
the
know
other
what I
thing.
mean?
Yeah.
So if you like, okay, listen, yeah, I just want to do a startup set, then the pro shop has a whole full set for beginners that
Okay.
doesn't really do with brands like TaylorMade and Titleist and your
Yes.
big brands. It
Okay.
will start off like Wilson and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's more suited for a beginner. Nothing that's too heavy. Nothing where the shafts, the stick part of the club is too stiff. All of those things. So the pro shop does offer like sets for beginners.
Okay.
But like I said, the coach will also direct you. So he'll say, listen, you go to the pro shop and ask for the specific set.
Right.
So ask for a beginner set. If you're more into, if you're getting to a better level, and you feel like, listen, yeah, I want to take it to the next level.
Yes.
Then the pro shop also offers, they have people there that does a fitting with you, a
Okay.
club fitting. So
Okay.
basically,
Okay.
they see what clubs will suit you specifically, what
Okay.
brand. Then you get to try out all the different types of irons, all the different types of drivers, and then it's what you feel is lekker for you. If you feel,
Okay.
nah, I'm hitting this club's nog als lekker, or I'm
Right.
hitting this further, I'm getting it more accurate, then it's. But they'll guide you. Everybody guides you. You never man on your own. And don't
Okay.
try to do this man on your own.
Because you're gonna.
No, you're gonna fail.
Yeah, you're gonna learn like
Yeah.
me. I tell you, it's just
There's
my
a lot of
desire.
things.
It's just my desire, Cass. I mean, it's not a big desire. Just to be a single handicap.
You can get there.
just a single,
But you can't do
Yes.
one week on, 1 week off, one
Yeah, you
month
see,
on, one. Yeah.
Is that important? That consistency.
It is. A lot of people get to the point where they become so intense with it and they so consistent with it, and then they overthink a lot of things, overwork it, and then it's just a whole dog show. And then there's some people that can take a break for a month and come back, and because you're not thinking
Yes.
technically or swing wise, you're just natural, and then you play the best game of your life. So it's about finding the balance. But
Okay.
people that want to become obviously a single figure, you need to play more in order to get your scores down, to get the handicap down. So consistency is an important thing, especially when it comes to playing to reach that goal, especially handicap wise, because you need to
Okay.
figure out, how am I going to cut my score to get it lower?
Okay,
You know
so
what I
so
mean?
just for the people out there that's listening, that really wants to get into this golf thing, because you must know, especially for ladies, they look at the outfits and
Oh,
you
100%.
know what I'm saying. So they look at the outfits and say, I want to play golf. So if you can maybe just describe just the term, what golf is about, like we work with a handicap or something, just in layman's terms, without trying to be
To
too
make it
technical.
too technical and
Yes,
too complicated.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so basically, just how golf operates as a sport, no?
Yeah, look
You-
like
you're basically
football.
also speaking to me.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're speaking
okay, I
to him.
get you.
Look like football. You have two halves. You've got 11 players. You're passing the ball, and your goal is to get the ball in the net.
Okay,
That's
I
a goal.
got you.
Okay.
So basically, golf is literally just equal opposite. It's just a patch of grass. How do I make this so?
Okay.
Yeah, we can even get with it.
Yeah.
It's basically, if I have to break it down to a
Yeah.
hole, if
Right.
there is 18 holes, so it's starting
Okay.
from one starting point to the ending point, which
Okay.
is your starting point, like I said, tee off now.
So when you say 18 holes, are you speaking about
18
the
holes
holes
is-
that you,
So not the
Yes.
specific, not just
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
hole,
sa-
but the
The cause.
the cause?
the
Yeah,
course
the
is
course.
18 holes.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey,
Eh? Yeah.
to break this down in a simple manner is quite
yeah.
difficult.
So,
eh?
yeah. So maybe.
I
we
always used to
wanna know.
draw
We
this
wanna
to
know.
people.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
We want to, because
We
the-
want to know. I want to know.
Sure.
I want to know.
So basically it is 18 holes. You play 18 holes.
you're gonna work for this interview. I'm telling you. Because he wants the explanation.
I want
know, but
so
no,
18
man.
fields. What are you saying? 18
Yeah, it's like one field.
One
Can
field
can
with-
ons moet nou graphically do.
Right.
sections.
So yeah, so say now if we have a whole field, no?
Yeah.
Then we break it down into 18
sections, yes.
Right.
So one hole is one section.
Is that the first hole?
That's the
That's
whole.
the first
yeah.
hole, yeah.
That whole
18
section
holes, the 18th is the furthest.
is the it's
Yes.
the not even the furthest. It's just the last section that you're
Yes.
going
The
to
last,
play. No?
yeah.
So say now we have a whole field and we have 18 sections. So each section has a starting point and an ending point.
Yes.
Every section has a different length. Some are longer and some are shorter.
Okay.
Okay. When we say, I don't know if you've heard of par 3, par 4, par 5. So basically, that is the average amount of shots it should take a person from the starting point till the ending point, till in the hole. So on average, so say now for example, we get a par 4. It is supposed to take a person on average 4 shots to get from the starting point, from your first shot into the hole.
Yeah.
Right?
Then you par with that hole.
Then
Then
you
you
par
par
with
with
that
that
hole.
hole.
Yes.
Yes.
You see what I mean? So now there's par 3s, par 4s, and par 5s. Those are usually the only. Okay. So for example, so if you add up, so if you put a number on each section, like 5, 3, 4, 5, you add all of those sections up together in numbers. Then on average, it is supposed to take you 72 shots to complete
The whole course.
the whole field. 72 shots, no?
yeah.
So that is the average amount of shots it's supposed to take you. If you add up,
To complete
say now for
the
example, you're
18
playing that
holes.
whole field, and you're playing all of those shots, it's supposed to take you on average 72 shots. So now, if you don't hit 72 shots, say now for example, I hit 80 shots, right? This is where the handicap, I'm explaining now the handicap. This is where the handicap comes in. So the handicap is basically what your average shots are when you play 18 holes. So if I play 80 holes, 80 minus 72 is 8. So your handicap becomes 8. It's
8
all
handicap.
dependent on your average. So the higher your handicap is,
The weaker your
The weaker
golf
you
You're
is.
such
are,
a
the worse
weaker
you are.
yeah.
I see.
There's a better
I see
word,
now.
no? You're getting there.
So I just want to draw the connection now.
There's a nicer word.
It's not weaker.
It's
No,
not
but I wanna
weaker.
draw the
Means
connection
you're
because
getting there.
So he wants a
yeah,
single
you-
finger handicap,
Yeah.
meaning
Oh,
he
I
wants
see.
to, on
Below
average,
10.
wants to be able to hit 80 shots when he
it
plays
has to be
18
below
holes.
10. So I
Yes.
see. Yeah.
So now, basically, what happens, how handicap systems used to work, it's a new system now,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
how handicaps used to work is you'll go up until a 36, meaning you can hit
You
36
can hit 36 shots,
shots more
Over the
than the
70.
average.
Yes.
Yes.
Over.
So that's when
So
you're starting
the talk
out.
is like, hey, my handicap is over 10 or my handicap
You know, you
is,
don't say
hey,
over,
man,
you just say my
you say-
handicap is a 8 or my handicap is a
8.
10. Because basically how they work it out on the system is if you punch in, say now for example, I've played 4 rounds of these 18 holes, no? So I played 78, 80, 81, 80 again. Then the system will work out what is your average amount of shots that you are playing when you are playing 18 holes, and then they'll add it up on the system and be like, you on average, you hit 8 shots over par. So
Can you,
your
can
handicap
you
is
have
8.
no handicap? Are you a
No, so
beyond
let's
pro?
see
So
explain
you
that.
can have, it's called, so basically it's a 0. It's when you're hitting 72 every time you're
Yeah.
playing the 18 holes. So then that's called scratch. That's 0. Then you get,
Your
you have
scratch
the
golfer.
ability, so
Scratch
you have the ability to also hit less shots than what the average is. So if it takes somebody on average 4 shots on the one section, you know sections for that, no? If you take on average one section, some people can do it in 3.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there are scores where you can get like a 68 or a 65. Then it goes in integers. So now it's not a 0, it's a +1, +2. So we don't go minus. We
Yeah.
go +1, +2, +3. That's when you're averaging on 3 shots less than what the average field is.
Okay. So that means
I got that, no? The breakdown,
Nah,
no?
that was, I know.
You know now.
got it, Jay.
So listen.
No, I promise you. I know the handicap. I know I got it. Legit.
I, for
But
myself, would...
No, legit. I got
You
it.
need to see
But
it, man. I
Yeah.
But I-
personally feel like you need to experience it. You must take him
He's-
out to the course. Why are you like this?
No. We invite him, right?
Now we're
I do
working on
invite
it.
him.
We're
Maar
getting
is
there.
net te kwaai.
Nee, hy's
Hy is in my nou.
Hy's 'n ball.
Wie wil hy
I
nou
like
golf?
football.
Hy's 'n bal. Hy's van bal.
He's that type of people.
like,
Wie
yeah.
wil agter 'n bal stap?
Yeah, and then he says,
No, I'm with it.
how can you take a ball, hit it, get to the ball again and hit it again away.
Now you see what I mean?
He says the
Oh,
only
that's the
sport,
mindset.
it's the
You need to
only-
change this
it's only-
mindset.
He says
No,
it's
I'm
the
with
only
it.
ball sport that doesn't come back to you. It just
Now
goes.
you know.
you
Now
must
for
fix
me,
it.
ek dink to myself, why do you bruise
must-
yourself, break your bones agter 'n bolletjie? Do you see what I mean? It's the
Yes.
same.
the
You
same.
must change your mindset.
I
my
want to
bro.
know, is there only 18 holes? Is that like the...
That's
a
the
course.
size
On
of the
the court.
field. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the side of the
That
course.
is the standard.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the standard.
So some if,
courses
if I'm
are
right,
bigger.
help me right. Some courses, 18 holes is 72 shots. Some courses it's 70 shots.
There's some
So
where there's
18 holes
sections.
is all
Yes.
courses.
Yeah, so
Yes.
every course has 18 holes. Some, but then, like, say now, for example, with courses that average on 70 shots, that just means there's more par 3 courses. So there's more
Yes.
shorter sections
In
than
the
there are
course,
longer
yeah.
sections in the course.
Okay. You got
You
that.
need to
Jay?
see it, man. I really
Nah,
feel
I'd
like he
love to.
doesn't got it.
No, I got it. I promise you. I promise you. I
wouldn't be
know the
able-
handicap.
it's
Now I
so
know the crash.
technical, bruh.
No, I know the handicap golf. I know the
Okay,
crash
now you know
golf
handicap.
and so forth. I got one more question though.
Yeah.
Based on the people that you know I surround myself with that do play golf, I don't think the Unc is in this because the Unc every time he comes to the office he speaks about being on the course and he speaks about how well he played.
It's a
But
vibe.
yes.
But
yes. It's a vibe.
but the others, the others, and this comes with the consistency again. Why does it seem as though, as a golfer, it's such an inconsistent sport when it comes to form?
Okay.
Because
I
at
see what
times
you
you
mean.
get,
Yeah.
I played well. And then the
Yeah.
next day I didn't have a good game.
Yes.
And then after that I played well again. It's
Yeah.
never like with other sports, you can sort
Yeah.
of like have a good run.
Yeah.
Is it so
Before Cass answers you, right? I've got in my vocabulary I use certain statements. So I say it was a good day because on the golf course is better than being at the office. That's the good day for me.
Okay.
It doesn't
okay.
mean
You played good. Okay. I got you. I got
you
you.
see what I'm saying.
I see.
I think that's what makes golf so difficult because that's kind of the answer that we don't have in the sense
Right.
of anything can happen on
So
the day.
am I right when I say it's inconsistent
It
in
is
form?
literally the
In
most.
form.
So you can practice. When I tell you, you can practice you Buchlam, Blue. There is still a possibility that you are not going to play well on the day. It is not where, with regards to how swimmers would train, they train up until a certain time and then it's not impossible, but it's almost impossible to swim over that time length
Right,
if you've been
right.
training.
With other
Yeah.
sports,
So-
you can sort of replicate
Exactly,
the training
exactly,
into the...
exactly. So for us, there's so many factors that we always have to take into consideration, whether it's the uncontrollables or the controllables. It can be weather conditions. It can be just a little thing of your body's just not working today. So say now, for example, if my natural shot is to hit straight. For some reason, that's what I'm saying, golf is like that. For some reason, on the day, your shots can just be going right. You have to, as a golfer, you always just have to work around what is going to happen today.
Sure.
It will show eventually.
So
but
tell me, Cass, just a little, I don't want to be too technical, but just a little bit. If you now going to the right, I think what I get from what you're saying is, if you at that point where you know you're going there, but then you also know how to bring it back within the round.
yeah. So
Yes.
basically,
So that's
it's
where
either you
that's
need,
where
you
your
just have to
skill
play
comes
with
in.
it.
Okay.
You have to play with it. If you
Okay.
see you're going right, okay, then we just do the whatever.
Yeah.
Just aim a little bit more left. You know what I mean?
So
don't
you're gonna have to
exaggerate it.
compensate.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the I think that's the most difficult part of the game. It's never a guarantee.
Sure.
You can't
How difficult is that?
say like yes, you have to tell yourself that you have to be like, I'm gonna play well today, but it's never guaranteed.
It's like Jay, today you play this course, and you play so well.
Yeah, you're just on a roll.
Tomorrow you play the same course.
And you can just
And
it's like you've
And you
never
miss
touched
it.
a club in your life. Your
know
body
what?
just
I actually feel very encouraged.
you should
Speaking to Cass,
listen,
because
it's really not a perfect sport. I feel like people have this mindset of people, we are on a roll the whole time. If you watch golf, you will see, and I feel like that's why because I never used to watch golf, like how people get bored watching golf, I do too. Like, ek kan nie daar sit en net vir jou kyk die hele tyd. It's like, I can't do that.
Right.
So for me, I started watching more golf, but what encouraged me, like you said, it's not perfect the whole time.
Right.
It's not hitting shot after shot. Every single shot is good. It's what you do with it. You know what I
hear
mean?
you.
How you
I
work
hear
around
you.
it. How you don't dwell on the par shot. And it's
So
what about you doing?
It's a lot to do with
Golf
the
is
mind,
literally 80% mind.
Wow.
They said it's 80% mind, 10% talent, 10% iets. Ek weet nie wat die ander 10% is.
Something.
It's something.
It's something. So tell me,
Skill, I think.
Tell me, Cass, what's your aspirations right now, where you are right now? Because you're playing on the women's Sunshine. Is this your first year?
Yeah, this is my first official year. I did play last year as well, but this is my first official year playing on all the events basically.
So if you play all the events, is there a certain thing where you end up in a certain
Like
position,
a ranking?
a ranking, and then you can move over to Europe or whatever?
So
How does this
basically
work?
what's nice about the Sunshine Tour events is it's not like a build up. It's not like this event allows me to play the next event and that event allows me to play the next event.
Okay.
So basically you get to play all the 6 events. And for
Right.
example, there's 6 events, but at the end, whatever points you've made for each event, it all like builds up to the last event.
Okay.
So I think it's your Investec points.
Okay.
So all the points that you've made throughout the 6 events that you've done, wherever you've positioned, that will help towards the final prize money that you get on the last event.
Okay. Okay. And then you've got aspirations to play in Europe, in the
Oh,
US.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the main goal. The main goal is to be able to have my tour card overseas. I'm trying to stay open to whatever avenues with regards to where in the world. Initially, it was going to be the States
Okay.
because they have what you call a mini tour. So it's almost like a tour before the big
Okay.
tour.
Okay.
So it helps you in that
Right.
sense. It helps build you, get you to that point as well. So I wanted to go overseas to the States to play on the mini tours, and then from there get myself and qualify myself to play on the bigger tours on the LPGA. I think
Right,
you've heard of
right.
PGA
Yeah,
tours.
LPGA,
So
yeah.
to play on the LPGA, but we also have an option of playing on the
European
tours,
tour,
on the
yeah.
ladies European tour.
Yes.
So basically, it's also a thing like, it's not a mini tour, you have qualifying schools. So you play an event in Spain,
Okay.
a qualifying event, and depending on how you play at that event, you can receive your tour card, your LET card, your European tour card,
Okay.
basically. And that gives you access to play in all the events, all the European tour events. So you will play, say now for example, you'll play your first 3 months out here in South Africa, and then the rest of the months you play whatever event is for the rest of the year, up in Europe.
So how far are you from that? Well, if you gauge it now,
Honestly, I think I'm probably 2 years away from it.
2 years away.
2 years away from doing something like the LET.
Okay.
I would probably maybe go to the States next year if I could.
Okay.
If I had the opportunity to go to the States, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. We wish you all the best for that.
Thank you.
And we want to watch you on television. We
Alsjeblieft.
want to see. That's Cass. We interviewed her.
And
Jay.
then you
And she
intercede also on
inspired
my
us.
behalf.
And yes, we'll do
But
that.
And she taught me golf.
there we go.
Yes. In fact, she planted that seed, Jay.
Facts.
Yeah, she planted. You
with
have to
it.
water
Just,
it.
yeah,
man.
alsjeblieft, no?
You
No,
have to water
definitely.
that seed.
I
So-
don't want to come back and be like, it was just you. It's your
It must
responsibility
grow.
too.
It must grow. It must grow.
But
So
it's good. It's good.
So tell me, Cass, before we sign out, I want to know, were there any major struggles in terms of achieving what you've achieved at the moment? Whether it be outside of golf, within the sport, what would you say? What were the struggles?
main struggles?
Yeah.
There were a lot of struggles and different aspects to it. I think one of the big things were financial.
Okay.
So for me, especially like in my amateur years, I could never set out goals with regards to where I wanted to be placed. Say for one of the examples, it's like ranking wise, I want to be top 10 in South Africa by
Yeah.
the end of the year. In order for you to build your ranking points, you need to be able to play in events, right?
Okay.
And a lot of our events are based outside of Cape Town. So a tournament, back time in our amateur those years, a tournament would cost us about 10,000 Rand for 3
Wow.
days, and then you don't win money.
Wow.
So it's just you giving in the 10K. It's almost like a gamble, basically,
Yes.
but it's to get you to where you need to be. Now, when you have that financial strain, it doesn't free you up as easily out on the
Sure.
course, because all you're thinking about, and I think that's what happened later on when I started to have a better understanding of money, people's time and people's effort. It became it was a big mental block out on the course for me, because it became more a thing of, I want to do this for them because I've seen the time and the effort and the money that gets put into me being here. So the last thing I want to
Wow.
do is screw that up. It's like,
Yes,
it's
yes.
literally like just throwing 10K away. Do you know what I
Yes,
mean? That was
yes.
the mindset. That was one of the biggest struggles, and it still is till today. I mean, this is an expensive sport
Yes.
when you take it as far
as you, yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Clubs go up to 25K
Wow.
just a set. Do you know what I mean?
And sponsorships.
Sponsorships, I mean, because I started Sunshine Tour this year, it was a very difficult year for a lot of businesses. So I had a Backer Buddy account for Sunshine Tour, had a lot of companies reach out to me that time, but didn't get back. But I understood the struggle that there was for a lot of businesses during the COVID times. But was blessed and fortunate to be sponsored for my Sunshine Tour events this year by this couple that started a traveling agency.
Wow.
So basically they gave me a cash sponsor
Wow.
to be able to play all
Awesome.
the year. I was
Awesome, guys.
honestly so blessed by that. That is probably one of the big struggles. And then for me, I think my main struggle is my mindset towards my whole game. So I feel like my biggest struggle is being confident in my abilities and in my game, because it hasn't really fabricated yet.
Okay.
So even though to everybody else it seems so big, like, oh, she's a pro golfer, she's on the Sunshine Tour. If you look statistically, game wise, my score wise, I'm not like, let's just say right now I'm not as good as what a person would think I am. So for me, my biggest block is believing in my ability to really play well, to really perform, because I wasn't a really strong amateur as well. So for me, that is my mental block
Okay.
right now. It's breaking through that and being able to see that, you know what, I am worthy of being here. I'm not just here, or I didn't just make it in this sense, or got all these opportunities because I'm the only colored professional golfer in South Africa right now.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on.
So do you know what I
The
mean?
only brown person, lady brown person on the tour.
This year,
I can't believe it.
yeah.
We need to celebrate that. And you are worthy to
You
be
know what I
there.
mean. Thank
Yes,
you.
you are worthy to be there.
Thank you.
You wouldn't have come this far if it wasn't for your talent and what you
Thank
have with
you. I
inside of you.
appreciate it.
And that mental breakthrough is in yourself, and you will make it.
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
why we've got you on the show, because we want to showcase you to South Africa,
Yeah.
to the world, to say we've got a brown lady here that's doing what she's doing, and she's going to achieve. I believe that she's going to
Thank
achieve.
you. Thank
you.
you.
You actually the groundbreaker. You opening up the way for so many brown girls that's gonna come
Yeah.
after you, because they can see you can do it.
Yeah.
And they will follow suit.
Yeah.
And I believe that. And this is
Thank you.
groundbreaking stuff.
Thank
this
you.
is groundbreaking
Thank
stuff.
you.
I believe that.
Appreciate
Cass,
it.
listen, you've got the talent within you. You've got I haven't watched you play, but I can tell you've got the talent,
Thank
because
you.
coming where you are at. And I just want to make a request here on those guys that are watching us. I know there's a lot of businessmen that watches us and so forth. If you want to sponsor anybody in terms of pushing this initiative forward and getting our young people to achieve, here's good ground. Here's fruitful ground to sow into. And you can catch her on all her social media handles. It's
Yeah.
Cassidy Williams on Instagram, I suppose.
100%.
On Facebook, on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Just look for the name, Cassidy Williams.
Thank you.
And then get hold of her, get in touch with her. And if you want to sponsor, we'll be overjoyed to have you sponsor someone that's fruitful ground. We can see where's it going to, and she's paving a way for so many others out there. Jay?
I'm inspired.
Thank you.
I'm inspired. What a show.
Wow.
I'm motivated. I love the hustle. I love the hard work, the dedication. And like the young said, man, it's nowhere but up from here.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
I just want to add this. You know, we've got this perception that people must just do it for themselves. No, you can't just do it for yourself. We need help in terms of doing that. There's white golfers out there that's doing it on the tour, but they're getting sponsored. The people are sponsoring them. You've got black guys out there, they're getting sponsored. Where are our people, the brown people? Let's get to it, and let's put our money where our mouth is. Sponsor this young lady. Get her going forward, and get her to the European tour, get her to the US tours, and so forth, so that we open up a way for our own. And really, guys, it's our responsibility. Am I right in saying that, John? It's all right. That's our responsibility, man. Let's get out there. And we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Guys, we're so
you.
proud of you.
Appreciate it.
Come on.
And we want to see you reaching the highest level that you can possibly. Who's your favorite lady golfer?
It's a girl. I don't know where she's from, but her name is Emily Pedersen. She has the most beautiful golf. I've got quite a few.
Right.
Personality-wise, Michelle Wee and Danielle Kang.
Okay.
I catch their vibe.
Are they Korean?
Let's say the Asian.
The Asian. Okay. You know. Okay.
I can't say Korean and then they're Chinese or something.
There's a lot of Asians playing, yeah?
But they are.
They're good.
Skilled, but they are. There's like, if you have to look for dedication, bruh, they are the most dedicated.
But if I had to see you on that tour and you standing next to, what's her name? Michelle Wee or the other Kang, and they'll say this is an Asian girl, man.
I'll take it, eh?
International,
here we go.
No, man. Cass, it was so good having you on the show.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it. You're an inspiration to us.
Thank you.
And may you just prosper in every endeavor.
Thank you.
And I believe with God on your side,
definitely,
you can muster all the trials and tribulations that come on your way. And we're here rooting for you.
Appreciate it.
Supporting you. Yes, from Josie. And we want to see you, man. We want to see you doing well.
Appreciate it so much.
Any closing remarks for youngsters watching out there, young girls that also want to take up the clubs and start playing? Any inspiration for youngsters out there?
Yo, just do it. I feel like just do it. You know what I mean? Right. Especially when it comes to this sport. I know growing up, especially being surrounded with so much talent, especially when it came from our colored female girls, I feel like there was so many girls that could have made it, that could have been at the top. But there was just so many things that, you know, hindered that stopped that. A lot of people or a lot of girls saw it as like, oh, who plays golf? In our communities as well, it's not a thing for a colored girl to be playing golf. But I feel like whatever your heart's desire is, go for it. I feel like God wouldn't plant that seed within you, that desire within you for nothing. Do you know what I mean? And it's something that I had to realize. It's something that I had to see for myself. And ignite back that dream. If you feel like you've lost it, if you feel like you've allowed everything else, the world, to make that pipeline dream even smaller, or to just close that, allow God, talk to God and ask God to ignite that dream, that fire that you had when it came, you know what I mean? And that is what I had to do. And I feel like a lot of people do that, and I feel like a lot of people have allowed themselves to be open to so many things, so many opportunities and avenues, that they've lost sight of that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, I feel like that is just my encouragement to you. It's just
awesome
give back your love.
Awesome guest. Closing remarks, Jay.
I just want to say, I see now why you do the gospel before teeing it up.
100%.
Because golf is really a sport where you need the Lord. You need the Lord. No. But now, big ups, man. Big ups. We pray for nothing but success.
Appreciate it.
Victory to victory, glory to glory, strength to strength. And I know that everything you put your mind to, you're definitely going to achieve it. And with God on your side, who the hell can be against you?
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, Jay.
Amen.
Thank you so much for watching. please leave your comments. If you have any questions, drop it over there and we'll try our best to answer them. And thank you so much for joining us. Watch out for this name, Cassidy Williams. Watch out for her. She'll be on television. You on the US tour.
Remember
or
the
on
name.
Remember the name. Or on the European tour.
Here we go.
And we're rooting for her. Thank you so much. Once more, please subscribe. Get this link. Send it to friends and family. Inspire someone. And thank you. We out.